indirectly, as well as managed to secure a alliance with them. All in all, pretty good adventure. We also met Cassius, who didn't attempt to kill James, which some people may be disappointed by this, but hey, not me. And that's pretty much it. That's the gist of it. The very abbreviated version of it.
And where are you right now?
On the yeah, on our ship in Maimon Station. We're gonna go with them to let me check my notes.
To the space station, yes.
Yes.
Alright. Then you are ready. And we can begin. So go ahead. You're in the gun room. Samuel has left, has gone to the hold, and you're sitting around what has been made to look like a fashionable home with wood furniture, old chemical equipment, a little lab, a little smithing corner, bullets, guns, a bunch of cutlery, and a set of old tables and chairs, made for fine dining for whoever operated this ship, as well as some old observational gear for looking at stars and planets far away. As you sit there sort of bathing in the golden light, you look around the room and Stefan, did you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. Pacing back and forth, Stefan seems to be quite concerned. His face, partially obfuscated by an eye patch on his right eye, right side of his face, and going to the lower neck. What can be seen past his blue trench coat's collar can be seen discoloration of his skin, most likely resulting from synth skin treatment. Sporting himself magnetic boots as well as a plethora of weapons that are sure to dispense justice to the Emperor's enemies. He seems most concerned with what is going to happen moving forward.
Cassius, can you describe your character visually?
Cassius seems an older man, though with so many lines and wrinkles in his face and long beard, it's actually quite hard to tell if he's older than he looks or if he just has lived a very hard life. He sits with a simple flak vest and is currently polishing a sniper rifle, taking it apart piece by piece, polishing it, making sure it currently every part of it functions as it should, and has a helmet set to the side that he generally doesn't wear, seemingly.
Awesome. James.
You would all hear the echoing thuds of footfalls coming into the room as creaking is started on the stairs as you see a man beginning to walk down with a white lab coat on, hair tied back into a man bun, with piercing green eyes. You see there he has an unscarred face, and most of the party would recognize this as Doc. And as Doc walks in, he looks over, seeing Cassius. He just gives a silent head nod, then looks over to Stefan. So, what's the plans for the day, boss?
Awesome. Duskin, what do you look like?
Ashken will be fully armored in his black carapace armor, full cloak, helmet hat, basically, will be on. See a gentleman that is haggard, is beyond his years, someone who basically looks like he's not slept in days. Tired, what he called his gait is just a little bit off, and in his hand is a roll of parchment. Is just being presented. He's just walking up and down, not paying attention really to anyone.
Beautiful. Sam. Oh, he'll be in soon. Well, I'm gonna say he's sitting by the chair in a trench coat, relaxed, leaned back, his face lit up by the golden glow of the table lamp. As you walk around, you will occasionally hear the creaking of a door opening as a servitor will lumber through the room, having been given strict orders from Samakri not to make any commotion. It will sneak across the room very carefully and walk up the stairs. And we can begin there. James. Seemed like you wanted to say something.
Yes, Stefan, what are our orders? What are we getting into? James begins walking closer towards Stefan in his silence.
Stefan
Walks up.
turns to James. What do you want?
Orders. What are our orders?
To send by intel House Maimond is ready for departure should be any day now.
I
Unless you wish to venture outside in the void on a ship that is barely holding together, I suggest you wait until at least Somakari can clear us from not burning in Blood McQueen's orbit from debris.
Well, this is pretty boring. That we haven't done anything for a few days. The last action we got was the damn fucking the fighters. That was it. There's just too much downtime. I'm ready to go.
I apologize. I thought it would be enough to go on a suicidal mission in House Emedusali's dungeons.
That was a delight. That it was, Stefan. That was a good one.
Then I suggest you patient yourself and begin some tutoring. As you see, Stefan reading on the navigator houses from a record he found in the hold.
And who should I go and tutor?
Yourself.
I had a feeling you'd say some horse crap like that.
Please.
Well,
Sharpening your weapon is one
Please
thing, but
brace.
sharpening your
We are
mind
approaching.
is something
Please
you've been
brace. We're approaching
lacking
the station.
of doing
We are
recently.
preparing to leave. Please brace.
look, I
Please
may be
brace. We are
a poor
preparing to
investigator
leave.
at times.
We are preparing for departure. You
but
may
I
leave.
am, without a doubt, the superior
You have been
combatant
ordered.
amongst our group.
You have been ordered.
Just employ me, Stefan.
You have
That's
been
all you
ordered
have
to
do.
leave. You have
No,
been ordered to leave.
James, you're not a poor investigator, you're a poor
We will take
acolyte.
control of your vessel.
Learn patience.
We will take control of your vessel. We will take control of your vessel.
You know, they say
Leave
patience
now.
is a virtue, but
We will take
sometimes
control of your vessel.
as you hear Doc get
Simply
slightly
leave now.
The
We
lives
will
of
take control
men,
of your
Stefan.
vessel.
men that we
We
have fought
will
beside.
take control of your vessel.
Yes, and looking from your
We
record,
will
a
take
lot
control
more
of
will
your
die
vessel.
in the near future.
You may
So unless
leave
you're
now.
thinking that you can bring another group forward that wouldn't die, or at
Please
least fix
prepare.
your attrition rates, maybe then you can move.
You may
forward
prepare.
more peacefully, as
You may
he
prepare.
seems quite annoyed.
Prepare your vessel. Prepare your vessel
You're
for
annoyed
departure.
having to talk to me?
Prepare
I'm
your
annoyed
vessel
without
for
anything to kill.
departure.
What a duo we make, Stefan.
Prepare your vessel. Prepare your
I'm
vessel for
annoyed at your
departure.
hubris.
Prepare your
Yes.
vessel for departure.
Hmm.
Prepare your vessel. Prepare
All
your
right,
vessel
well,
for departure.
I'll just take a seat then, as you see
Please
Doc
prepare
go to sit
your
in one of
vessel
the
for
ornamental looking
departure.
chairs.
Please
in the gun
prepare your
gallery.
vessel for departure. Please prepare.
I'll roll
Please
his eyes
prepare
and
your
with
vessel.
Heresy I say, check on Somatri, check on
prepare your
Jericho,
vessel
see
for
what they
departure.
want. Maybe they can
Please
put you to
prepare
some
your
work.
vessel for departure.
Such a
Please
wonderful
prepare your
direction,
vessel
my
for
leader,
departure.
as
You will
Doc
be leaving
skippingly
soon.
stands up and almost skips out of the room,
You will be
jolly
led
in a
to
way.
a station. We are preparing to leave now.
Not your leader, but superior in other ways, as he says under his breath.
We are
Would I hear
preparing
that?
to leave.
No.
We are preparing our descent.
Can I roll to hear that?
No.
We are preparing our descent
Doc
towards
would
the
just continue
station.
off without hearing that.
Please
In that case, this
brace.
is just shipping
Please
through
brace now.
binoculars on his
Please
binocular,
brace.
whatever it's
We are
called, on
preparing
his,
our departure.
sniper.
Please brace. We are
Without
preparing our
looking
departure.
over, still
Please
doing what
brace.
the things it's doing. It says
Please brace.
slowly this
Beginning departure. Beginning departure. Please brace.
We have come to not see eye to eye.
Brace for
lately.
impact.
And your presence here does not ease the
Please
tension.
brace. Preparing for departure.
Preparing for departure. Preparing for departure.
Indeed.
Please wait.
Not much
Preparing
any
for
of us can
departure.
do.
Please wait.
As
Preparing
you
for
feel,
departure.
Stefan isn't
Please
really
wait.
much into small talk.
Preparing for departure. Please wait. Prepare to leave. Prepared for departure. Please wait. Preparing for departure. Please wait.
Sam, as I tend to look
Preparing
at
for
the other table.
departure. Preparing for departure. Preparing for departure.
Let's
Brace.
laminate it here. Please mute it. Okay.
Preparing for
Is Dustin
departure.
here?
Brace.
Well,
Yep, I'm here.
Dustin, make yourself useful. Check on Jericho and ask him what is the ETA on Maimon's departure to the station, as well as Somatri's report on the repairs on the ship.
And you can't use the tannoy to do this?
I'd rather keep a radio chatter at a minimum.
Okay, I shall be your runner.
Eager to please as always. Stefan
And
will
Dustin
rise.
will look at him, cold throw down a bit of parchment and leave.
As Duskin leaves through the doorway, he would see Doc just waiting right outside the exit, arms folded, posted up on the wall.
Doc, I thought you were sent on a errand.
Yeah, I don't care too much to run that errand, but that Cassius fellow, he concerns me.
Is that?
The fucker snuck up on me and tranked me. Or at least attempted to. I don't know what he distilled into me, but it was close enough. It was close enough.
Yeah, and I can remember Skull, what he called the first time I met him was at the end of a barrel to the back of my head.
That is true. Just hard to get over such violent meetings. So what does Stefan have you doing?
I'm delivering a message to Jericho to find out when we're leaving and some other shit that I really don't care about.
Well, then I'll come with you. We gotta go see the same people anyway.
You know what? He literally talked to me about 5 seconds ago, and I really don't care. You know, this is something's up.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. But this is how Stefan likes to operate, so let's just carry out his will for now.
Yeah, and as we're walking towards the pit, it's well. But I actually think that if he actually involved us on what he's doing, things might be more successful.
Oh, without a doubt, but he does not trust us. Me the most. He does not trust me the most. But, you know, I can't say he's not wrong too, but...
At which point, Dutchkin's going to stop and say, look, I'm going to be 100% honest. You've saved my life many, many times. You're a point-and-fire weapon.
I know. I just wish Stefan would see me as the valuable tool at his disposal that I am, but he'd rather me remain sheathed at all times.
Well, that is his prerogative.
Yeah, it is.
Leader of our group, and yeah, it is what it is. But I feel bad. I don't think he really trusts me either.
No, not after the debacle with the Inquisitor, but I mean, how was that supposed to go? I mean, so many things trampled on just to bring him back.
I've said I won't actually discuss this again, but yeah, if it turns out that he has come back wrong, you know,
I know. And I believe it'll be out of our hands with whatever will be done to him. Or we'll be getting put into the same cell room as him.
we won't, because I will deal with them. And if Stefan dies to stand in the way, he will be dealt with as well. But we're not there.
That is true.
Anyway, let's not talk about dark things. Let's talk more about we have to somehow deliver a verbal message.
Preparing for departure. Please brace.
All this technology at our disposal.
Yeah, it's just so he could have some alone time with Cassius, probably to
Very
talk to
much
him.
so. Very much so.
Oh yeah, I might be a poor acolyte, but I'm not that deaf between the ears. Decently deaf.
At this point, you'll hear a little beep on the Voxcaster as a message comes through.
Prepare for departure. Please brace.
The
And Doc-
ship and your surroundings will start to shake as the hangar blast door gets closed and it gets darker and darker.
Well, it looks like we're going to be leaving here pretty soon. As the door to the bridge opens, do we see Jericho sitting on the chair, getting ready to lift off?
Oh yes, Jericho is sitting by the pilot seat. If you go up to the bridge,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you're there right now.
Yeah, we've been walking and talking this whole
Yeah,
time.
I've just been walking and talking.
Then you and Duskin will approach. He will set the ship down with a magnetic lock and sort of swivel back on his seat as the hangar bay door closes. And you are sitting there stationary. The ship will start to shake, and slowly this huge vessel that you're on will start to move. Jericho swivels around on his seat and is just gonna look at you as you approach. Well, how'd the meeting go?
It's alright.
Alright.
I'd say anything else, but you know.
I take it we're leaving now, Jericho?
You know more than me.
Hmm.
He kind of shrugs.
I look over, is Samakri in the bridge as well?
He'll take a little puff of his smoke and look around. He's around, but how do we know they're taking us to the right place?
We don't. I trust in Stefan. I don't think he would agree to all this and lead us into a trap, but if it happens, then this time around, I'm pretty sure we'll pay with our lives.
If you don't know, why don't we head with the others before we jump into some kind of warp tunnel?
You would think, but I can relay that to Stefan and see what he says.
Oh, I had a message to give to you, but it's gone completely out of my head as Duskin is sitting there looking through the view screen, the cockpit. It's gone out of my head, and we'll see momentarily his hand actually give a shake. And it'll just stop.
Jericho will sort of raise an eyebrow and look over your shoulder, James. Something worrying you, Duskin?
Never liked when faster than we should, let's say that.
Can we repeat that?
Sam, just gonna turn around to him and you'll see sweat starting to bead on his forehead. Go. Never quite liked going faster than we should.
No, I don't like any of this. Maybe our Illuminator can establish some kind of Ox channel with the others.
You'll actually see that Duskin's breathing has increased.
Jericho will grow increasingly worried and sort of get up from his chair and start slowly walking towards you. You okay there, buddy?
I'm fine, it's just nerves.
He'll give a slight nod and sort of bite his lip and look around.
Between us.
I want you to know something. The
Hmm?
Inquisitor hired assassins to clean out the ship. I had to sign off on my life when I decided to join you. I would have done it again. It's more of a formality in my eyes. If this is the end, I don't have any regrets. He looks around and sort of looks at the ship and at the bridge. Got to fly a neat ship, have some drinks, sit by the fireplace, contemplate our mission. Yeah, I'd do it again. This is an adventure. Just gotta get your mind in the right place. He'll sort of turn around and hesitate for a bit and look over in the hallway. As if he's anticipating someone.
Marco. Regardless of what happens, if this is last hurrah, I don't think it will be honest. I mean, I don't like space travel. I'm a ground person. But if this is our last hurrah, we're invited to sit by our fire, warm yourself, drink our ale, until the Emperor allows us into his halls.
Yeah, it sort of smiles on one side of his cheek. Wouldn't want it any other way. I guess we have a few hours to get drunk.
Well, we could get drunk now, or, well, as I say, if we do pass on the other side, this place will ensure there's a place for you. And don't know what your culture is, but you know, you can sit with us, tell your story, and
As I've done many times before, my friend. Let's go and join the others. He'll take his hand around your shoulder and start walking away from the door.
As he is about to walk from the door, he was expecting Stefan and Cassius would emerge.
Nice. As you come in, Jericho will sort of raise his eyebrows and sort of nod his head over to Duskin. Duskin is clearly bothered by something. Sort of a relaxed posture and just, I don't know, maybe you look a little defeated, Duskin.
Dustin, you look like shit. And that's a compliment.
You seen judgment than I had.
I've seen you in worse situations, looking better, so I suggest you self-medicate in whatever way you choose. So there's gonna be a lot of work ahead of us.
Potentially a lot of work ahead of you.
We'll do what we can.
I have received a message. May as well just say it now. I've received a message, what it called, and it's a general recall of all Salamas personnel.
To where exactly?
From Segmentus Command. Our Imperial Guard, obviously.
Ah, yes, of course. Well, you can discard said message since you're no longer a guardsman.
I don't think you have time to leave, Duskin. We're headed to the station. This is a one-way trip. Jericho sort of looks resigned. It's not right here.
No, it's a one-way trip.
Should I try to send him a message?
Either way, Dustin, discard the thought. Leave the guard to do its guard's duty, and we will do ours.
I need to ask, do you think this can close a warp rift?
I think that
Honestly,
Samuel, you come walking into the bridge, having heard this over the Vox system. Can you describe your character?
Samuel comes in with a low stick, halfway burnt down. He takes his hat off to the group, puts it back on. He's wearing a tan-colored trench coat as per usual. Got a simple black t-shirt underneath, or a simple black, almost like a blouse-like material. He's feeling rather fancy today for whatever reason. As usual, his nose seems rather congested, as it's pitched to the left. A scar runs down his face, and I'm gonna go ahead and say, brothers, with a bottle of Amasek in his hand. What seems to be the ruckus?
Seeing the bottle of Amasek, Jericho will point to it and sort of lean back leisurely. Sam, can you tell me how to make a guardsman drink? I'm having some trouble here. And he sort of points over to Duskin. Smirking.
Well, one would imagine that a guardsman wouldn't need a reason to.
One would think, right? Come on. Jericho will sort of tap you on the shoulder and up to the wardroom.
Duskin, you look like shit. What is going on?
okay. The drinks, and I'll tell you a story.
I pour triple the amounts that would be sensible, and I think that you'll need this. But go on.
Okay, so Alamas has never always been loyal. There's a period in our past where there was a warp rift that spewed forth, frankly, demons. It was caused, I believe, quite frankly, by the Eldar.
My studies with Samuel. My studies with Samuel has led me to believe.
Well, I would say
Has led me to believe
This is
otherwise.
since saved Space Wolves. They came down, they helped us close it, but unfortunately, it is something that can't be stopped. Or didn't believe it could be stopped, and it would happen again. Then, Master Typhus came across something that could potentially close Warp Rift. And yeah. So that's basically why we're here. To see whether or not that works, and if it does, acquire and close. Which is why you really, really need him be what he says he is. And know, Stefan, that you have the unimaginable we need to know that everything is 100% on the level. Regiments that aren't engaged are being pulled back. It shows something is up.
I think you might be cutting in and out.
It's not fun on my end.
Oh.
Shows something is up, and if any of you are my allies, any of you actually still believe in me regarding of what has happened, need your help.
Jericho, serious, compassionate look. Get up from his chair and grab both of your shoulders. We believe you, Duskin. We believe you. Have a drink. Yeah. I'll hand you a glass of Amazec.
Just gonna take a small sip of it. Aware that he is literally just exposed something which could potentially get his planet. And his hand is... Notice his hand is on his plasma pistol.
You're not with the Hereticus anymore, Duskin. You can let your guard down. We're not here to hang each other. Jericho will say. Get back on his chair. Sit down. Looks kind of majestic there as he's sort of straightened on his back with his navy uniform neatly tucked.
Where do we go from here?
As far as anything is concerned, when it comes to the warp, these Eldar and Daemons, nothing is certain and nobody is trustworthy, but you're in good company, Duskin. We share in the burden.
So, Stefan, you think the Inquisitor share his knowledge?
Looks like Chevron is still on his break. But Dartinus has a little point. Go ahead and use push to talk, Duskin, or increase your sensitivity.
Yeah.
There's like certain sentences where it cuts out.
Yeah, I have like... I'm not
Early in the
understanding
thing,
half
or
of
late,
the
but
things.
let's not talk anymore about that. Look into it. Alright, guys, do you want to do anything else before we... Do you want to say anything to each other before we arrive? Alright, nothing. Then I will say that you eventually go to bed. Sleeping after a long night of drinks and relaxing. You'll be having some downtime on the ship. Do any of you want to accomplish anything in particular? Do you want to train, read, do anything like that? We can start with Sam.
I'll head down to the hold, conduct a little bit of research into these disturbing thoughts that Duskin has put forth. See if I can get a little bit of headway into what I'm about to encounter.
What kind of topic do you want to look into or investigate?
I will. It's pretty broad. Is there a particular subject that he had particular emphasis on?
I guess I could read about the history of the sector. I don't know. It's sort of up to you.
Okay.
Any...
Yeah, I'll. I mean, being that the warp is the thing that would fundamentally unite all of those things, I think that the warp would be wise.
You're reading about the warp. Alright. You're gonna read about an age of chaos in a book called Eclipse of Capella, which is an old Inquisitor's tale of Gelistica, an Inquisition cult that predicted this age. It contains a lot of references to the warp and to what has gone and can go wrong when you look into it. can go ahead and re-roll an intelligence test.
Failure with 2 degrees.
Cool.
I kind of I start off reading this, but about 20 pages in, I realize I start kind of nodding off the sentences. I realize that I've gone 20 pages deep and I've understood absolutely nothing. I bring the tome back to the birth and kind of just put it on my chest, hoping that something will come through, but nothing's registering. It's written in a strange way, something a little bit more cryptic than one would expect of recollective tale.
Beautiful. You get an inspiration point. Cassius, what would you like to do on the day that you have here?
Cassius is going to first off take a quick trip around the ship. He wants to see what there is, just in case he would need to know to find something or to go somewhere. He needs to familiar himself with the surroundings, let's say, and to the people on board. Takes a quick look into the hold. He does have a little bit of an inquisitive mind for knowledge and for learning, but he doesn't pause there for now. Eventually, he will find himself back in the gun room after a couple of hours familiar himself with the layouts of the ship, and finding nothing better to do, he takes a small bottle of Amasec and starts going through his equipment, making sure that they're clean, up to date, unjammed, in the tip-top shape as they can, and improving them small bits here and there that you think he can, filing them or slaughter some oils over them. And whenever Cassius generally has free time left over, he's usually found improving his stuff, and he's a little bit of a tech head himself, and cleaning, what's the word I'm looking for that soldiers do all the time? The weapons.
Okay, so
maintaining.
Awesome. So your more advanced gear is like perfectly in order. You take care of that. But you have some more mundane items with you that are not the best equipment you use. So do you have anything that's scarce or more common that Cassius would take extra care of? Something that means something to him, perhaps something from his past.
It's scarce. I think his shotgun. I'm gonna check if that's still his shotgun scarce. It's average. Yeah. His shotgun. That's way from his home back when he was, did various shit. He's been carrying it with him this whole time.
Awesome. You can roll a tech use or a trade weaponsmith.
Well, I don't have trade weaponsmith. Didn't know that was a thing, so I'll just go with tech use.
Cool.
Broke it. Shit.
Well,
I want to reroll.
That's an inspiration point. I mean, only if the shotgun is important to you. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it.
It is. It is important to him. There we go. That's how important
Nice.
it is.
You,
He looks it over and says, "This ain't right," and takes another swig of Amasec.
So you spend the whole day with this shotgun, and you've never been in a place like this. It's a full gunsmithing cabinet. Whenever every drawer you open just contains perfectly maintained and oiled tools, tubes, any kind of modifications you would want to make. You can go ahead and choose a scarce modification, or actually rare modification to the shotgun, or more common. It is also now a good quality shotgun.
Oh, sweet.
You
Alright.
you will spend the whole day there.
Rare or below? Is scarce below rare?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So since it's a good quality, it gains the trait reliable. Doesn't jam.
Accelerate grenade launcher.
Yes. Yeah, I jumped from 100. Stefan, what do you want to do in your downtime?
Stefan's been quite. He's been focusing too much on work as of late. He's been going through case files. He's been researching the navigator houses to no end, rephrasing and reimagining different conversation with the
Conversation with. You dropped out, Tavi? Can you see?
Yeah, I can't hear.
Alright, let's do Duskin. Has he left? No? Duskin? Are you still here? Duskin?
I'm still here.
Earth
Yep.
Duskin. Yeah, what do you want to do in your downtime?
On Duskin's downtime, he is literally going to hit the books and basically just research anything regarding the warp. He's gonna light incense candles. He's gonna have his little excuse me. He's gonna have his little effigy of the Emperor, and what he called it. He's then gonna set the books down, candles on both sides, Emperor and on the effigy in front of him, and he's basically gonna start researching.
Excellent. You're gonna pick up a book.
Just
Dark Circuits, a journal from a Lex mechanic on board a ship. Getting lost in the warp and being one of the few remaining survivors. His experiences with the various warp phenomena on the ship. And you can roll intelligence tests.
okay. Hold on. I can get back into the game. Sorry.
I'll roll it for you.
Cheers.
You are going to spend a few days sitting there with Sam and reading up on the topic. It is fascinating. The warp is still quite mysterious to you when you leave the hold. Stefan, are you back?
yes.
What do you want to do?
He would go to his berth, to the berth in his private chamber, and he would decide to reminisce about how a hole in this world. He will remind himself of his former team member, a certain night that surely does not pop into anyone's mind. He will decide to do a bit of a swings that he has seen Constantinus do in his training, see how well he could do it, and perhaps find the reason why he decided to leave his sword in the hands of Stefan. Basically, Stefan would try to see if he has any talent with Constantinus' sword.
Nice. You'll spend some time sort of fencing, taking tips from the others, and gathering everything you learn. You'll stand there with his sword and sort of learn everything you can about it. And you can also do an intelligence test.
Oof, I'm gonna inspiration that. Yeah. It's more like the sword is swinging Stefan than Stefan swinging the sword. Something that some crew members might see to be as comical,
Yeah.
to say the least.
Okay. You don't learn anything, and with that, you'll finally start to approach the space station. Do anyone want to make any preparations before you arrive?
Just before we actually arrive, what I call it, Stefan will hear at his door.
It's open.
So Dusk will come in and just look at him and say, "So, you know,
Yes.
you plan to take any action?"
Plan to take several actions. You have to be a bit more specific.
You know what action I'm talking about.
I'm not planning on killing anyone. Physically. Politically, that's a total different matter. I'm planning on securing the Inquisition's interests, as well as garnering allies with the Navigator houses, as well as removing a pesky issue we have been facing with. After that is done, we shall regroup at the Inquisitorial Cruiser, and we shall go through that gate. That is what I'm planning to do.
Well, that's good to hear. And I'm willing to be the first boots on the ground of any incursion that we need.
This will most likely be a diplomatic setting. However, I would still suggest you carry a weapon. Even though it would not amount to much, the promise of violence is benefiting. After all, a sheathed sword is far more dangerous than a drawn one.
That's true. Putting through the bullshit. I know I have actually come at you being from a planet of traitors. We are probably at this very moment in time fighting them. But if you seek, or if you try, find you know who, I will kill you.
Dustin, be safely assured that she's not of any interest to me. I am not that petty, nor do I have the resources to spare.
As I say, if you need boots on the ground, you want to be first.
Of course.
Oh, anyway, that's unpleasantries are aside. I believe we're about to dock, so
You see Stefan already putting in some plates on his on the inside of his armor, as well as checking all of his gear, giving you a thumbs up.
do you think, should I take the hand cannon just in case, or?
Take whatever makes you feel the more comfortable. That's it.
Oh, why not? 3's always better than 2. After you, sir.
Leave the bird and go to the bridge to check on Jericho and the approach to the station. After some time, Stefan will give the general message that we are about to board this station. And that everyone should be prepared.
Alright. Anyone else want to do anything?
Head over to the bridge.
Hmm?
We'll head over to the bridge as he hears this message.
Okay. Yeah. So, approaching the bridge, you will see Jericho in place now, and you're going to see him sort of pointing to the Vox, and he'll sort of swivel around slowly, look at all of you approaching. Just in time. We've arrived. Well, at least we know they didn't try to kill us. Looks like
If they did, they would have killed us long ago.
Exactly. But it looks like we're at the right place, and well, should I try to make him open the doors, or?
What are the other ships doing?
He's looking out the window. We're the only ones here. As you look out, you'll see a few very dim lights and an empty hangar.
So you've already docked. Very well. We shall prepare to...
We're still on the station. We're still on Maimon.
My apologies. Can you send a message to any Maimon officer, naval officer?
What should I tell them?
Someone their departure is gonna happen.
Though slowly turns around and will say something on the Voxcaster. A little time will pass and the blast door will open. Right ahead of you, you're going to see a bright, very, very bright blue light. The light will first sort of fill the ceiling and then start to fill the ship. And in through the bridge, you'll see this shimmering sort of spectral light, shattering the darkness and filling the ship with bright, bright light. It is blinding at first as you sort of get adjusted to it. You'll look out and you'll see this outline of a shimmering portal. You are within visual distance of the space station that is right outside the portal. There are several large vessels sort of parked away from it.
Blast. As Stefan is struggling to refocus himself.
You'll see several large cruisers and ships. Their afterburners sort of gliding through the darkness down towards the space station from Maimon itself.
Well, Jericho? Guess they just made you an entrance. Think you can fly gently through that?
Can try.
Raises
Man.
an eyebrow.
I mean, if they can travel with their route, it's a bit of a shame for them to use such interesting ritual or technology to draw such a short distance. Perhaps a power move of sort. What do you think? You used to go through noble courts.
Jericho just
Okay.
has his mouth half open, looking out the window. He just seems like kind of stunned. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing, to be honest. This is insane.
They most likely wanted us to give us a reason why we should value their allegiance to us.
This close to a portal. Why aren't we seeing any phenomena?
My mom is specialized in carving knowledge into the warp weave. This, I'd say I'm impressed, and I am, but it does make sense. Whoever can use the warp in such a way, well, dimension gate this big. Stefan just seems to make himself believe what's happening in front of him while suppressing sheer amazement.
Not to cause any more upset feelings here, but does anyone here actually have any idea what's going on?
Well, correct me if I'm wrong. It seems like Maimon is gonna show up at the station, orbiting the warp gate in style. As simple as that. And since I do not wish to tempt fate, nor do I think we have the time to reach said station ourselves, might as well take this.
Oh, the station is within minutes with your ship. You're right by it. It is
Sorry,
also
we're-
massive, so there are several cruisers and frigates docked on the station.
Sorry, so we're going through this gate. We don't have Geller fields.
Jericho will sort of shake his head and look back.
What?
Oh, this ship is not going through that gate.
Oh, my apologies. Okay, I get what this is.
We're gonna have to find another way.
Okay. Jericho, now I see what's happened. Jericho, can you signal the terrain limits? They should be hanging somewhere around the gate.
He'll turn around with a face of kind of bewilderment and surprise as you say that. Sort of like you've said something you shouldn't have, almost. And he'll just sort of look at you questioningly, like, what?
I mean, they did say we should notify them when everyone was preparing to jump, right? And something tells me the meeting won't take long.
They also
Might as well.
told us not to blow our cover.
Stefan points at the.
Stefan, well, Are you honestly saying what he called the Inquisitor, the cruiser, should come here?
I mean, do you see that? As he points at a fully functioning warp gate.
Can
I
we
mean-
not request to dock?
Anyway, perhaps when Quintinius will figure out that things are about to go down, so they might as well prepare their approach vector in time. Guess you're right, Jericho. Let's let them do their own thing.
I'm going down there. Jericho is going to lift off the ship and slowly glide down towards the space station.
Yeah.
You are going to see a station that almost blends in with the stars at first. As you approach, you'll see these huge searchlights flickering through your window. You'll see ecclesiarchic cathedrals, abbeys and churches, palaces, banners of the Askellon Trade Combine, and you will see every navigator house represented, all along the different parts of the station. After a little while, you will get several these almost laser lights sort of pointed at your ship, and you will hear a voice from the station itself coming through the Voxcaster.
Unknown template. Broadcast your signature.
Sorry, Frontier.
I give the ship's signature as well as the seal of recommendation from both House Maimond and Brabazon.
As it is sent, you will hear a sort of argument back and forth. Sumakri will storm up to the bridge, and your ship will be locked. It seems to be unable to move. And Sumakri will run up to the bridge and look at the Voxcaster.
Carry access. Someone.
He's gonna look around. Any of you can do a take use test.
What did he say before he said someone?
Do a take use test.
I couldn't hear.
Stefan, you run up and input a code to unlock the ship. Sumakri will, or the communications with the station, and Sumakri will immediately input some codes and will look back at you. A little time will pass, and you are going to hear Llewellyn's voice. You have been authorized to pass. Proceed to the checkpoint. At which point the lockdown will be released. You're slowly gliding down to the station, and Sumakri sort of looks worried as it will grow larger and larger. You can see that unlike Blood Mequin, the space station is clearly defined ecclesiarchic stations built after the standard template construct. There are intense lights from the ship engines, occasionally flaring up as these giant fortresses drift slowly past you. You will see several parts of the station resembling a floating hive city, with tiers of buildings going up to an apex above. On some of the docking stations, you see rogue trader cruisers next to navigator and civilian crafts. And you estimate that the ship The station itself could house tens of thousands of people. You'll be landing in an unmarked docking area and stepping onto, well, if you choose to go out, a large lobby made of metal tiles. It is well lit, and you don't see any tech priests around. It looks like a small welcoming committee has been formed at the other end of the hangar. And this seems to be sort of a VIP reserved for important people. You are currently just sitting in the hangar. What do you do?
That was a bit anticlimactic. I expected a more rough method. Oh, gentlemen, have you prepared yourself as I look at Dustin, Cassius, and Samuel?
Well, considering this seems to be more ecclesiarchy, should I perhaps... I don't wish to do this, but should I perhaps, what it called, show my Hereticus Zera?
It's most likely that the people that are on the station already know who we are. Those that don't should be kept in the dark. So no overt signature that were in from the Inquisition would be recommended. But keep your rosettes at hand.
For what they're worth.
Well, either to paint a target on you or get you a free drink at a bar. It's everyone's guess at this point.
Yeah, I think it's more what it called a shot in the back of the head, but, you know, it's worth a try.
So, nothing over that we're in Inquisition. Feel free to carry whatever weapon you wish. I myself will be a more diplomatic version. However, I will still arm myself.
And, bear in mind, never more than 5 feet away from me.
Yes, I'm aware. Now, Sam, Cassius,
No sense standing around here.
Agreed.
Somebody starts going towards whichever direction the hangar is in.
Agreed.
And
And
just-
Samuel similarly
just-
stomps down the ramp.
Sorry, just before we actually go down the ramp, what do you call it? Duskin is gonna grab a hold of Stefan's shoulder and says,
Should we stay here?
"No, I do
Should
count
we
you as a
stay
friend."
here? Should we stay here?
Then just
Should
leave
we
me
stay
and
here?
just walk off.
Should we stay here? Should we stay here? Should I remain here?
Alright. Everyone walked into the hangar, I suppose. Or
yeah.
Sumakri will stop you on the way out. He is sort of standing in the opening of the door. Jericho will be very content sitting in his chair, as usual.
Are we supposed to wait here?
Sumatari, honestly, I don't know what you wish. I don't know
Are we
whether you
supposed to wait
prefer to
here?
stay on the ship or start exploring the station. You're free to do as you wish. That goes for you as well, Jericho. If you
I
wish
need
to
clear
join us,
orders, please. Where do you want us to be?
I see. Secure the ship, and if you have time and you think it's fully capable of defending itself while we're out there, feel free to investigate the station on your own. But do not draw attention to yourself.
So, no one is to remain on the ship?
If Jericho goes, you're staying.
One of us stays.
That's not for you and him to decide. Someone must remain on the ship at all times.
Understood. We have several incoming messages.
It's good.
Okay, relay.
He'll point to the Voxcaster, which has every station blinking. There are a lot of people hailing your ship.
Oh, that can't be good.
Nope.
It appears that you have been identified by a lot of different people. Having not disguised your ship and having been recognized several people flying the same ship since the beginning, a lot of different people will now have noticed your arrival.
Stefan, question. What exactly transponder codes did you send?
Let me check. The 13th one, the other 12 were burned, and we were at our, well, out of disposable transponders. With as much noise as we did up until now, I doubt it will change things.
Play latest received box hail.
Very curious myself, as I would play one at
Your
random.
power.
Mm-hmm.
Your power has been noted.
Didn't hear.
Your power has been noted. Your power has been noted.
Let's get a
alright.
general mood of the station.
Smacker Corpora is going to take a quick navigation test. He's going to see where the various messages are coming from. A couple are routine maintenance messages. One is from a navigator cruiser. He's quite close to you. He is going to click on that, and like a tape recorder, and you hear a little click. A message will begin to relay as you're standing around. So you can all hear this. This is out loud.
I speak for Aeon Rosan. We made an agreement with your lord, and we wonder whether it has been forgotten. Your presence was promised before the great journey. Your Inquisitor vowed to vanquish our enemies without and within. Agreements should be kept. That is all.
So Macri will turn off the Voxcaster. Looking at all of you, he'll these are questions who it might be.
Really one of the navigator houses.
What agreements is he talking about?
Any of you can do a lore test. Navigators -30.
Oh boy, navigate. It's a common lore?
Yeah.
Don't mind me, I'm just gonna scan some stuff to see how much I can get out of lores. Can we assume this has taken more than 10 minutes?
You can stay there for more than 10 minutes. I mean,
That's rough.
sitting there and waiting. Yes.
In that case, Sam would stomp back up the ramp, head into the bridge. What's the holdup?
Yeah, and what I call Duskin would have gone up and got his lance gun,
You
be
broken the
covering
promise.
the ramp.
You've broken the promise.
Yep.
Yes, Cassius, you can. Absolutely. Yeah. Did anyone succeed?
Succeeded with 2 additional on my end.
It's House Rosa.
Also Rosa.
Yep, this was Aegon de Rosa's diplomat.
They did not sound too amicable, right?
It's up to you. I can repeat what he said, if you want.
Yeah, please.
He said they made an agreement with your lord, and they wonder whether it has been forgotten, and that your presence was promised. Your presence at their station was promised. Your Inquisitor vowed to get rid of their enemies, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
He hinted that the agreement has been broken.
Yep.
So Duskin's gonna come across the Vox and say, Sam, you have any idea what's going on here?
I've just arrived. I heard a little bit of chatter over the box, but
Yeah, we seem to be just sort of malingering on the pad. What?
Oh, we got good news and bad news. Good news. The people that know who we are and that are here do not seem to take any overt actions. However, we may have slighted one of the navigator houses by sheer circumstance.
How's that?
Well, are you aware by the plethora of things we had to do, as well as going undercover in an underhive so that we may live with our lives due to a certain mishap? That took time. Time we could have spent upholding deals of times past. Now, people seem to have...
Unsaid. Have we?
Well, they sure as hell seem like it. At least seem to think. Yes. Whatever's gonna happen, we're gonna have to explain our situation to them one way or another. Other than that, I'd say we're pretty safe.
See, Emperor's throne safe.
I am happy.
Yep.
I'm
All
glad
things
that you made
considered,
it.
yes.
I'm glad you made it.
I am happy. I'm glad you
I
made it.
mean, it definitely beats, I met you Saley's prison.
I'm glad
So
you
yeah,
made it.
right now I feel plenty
I'm
safe.
glad. I'm glad you made it.
I mean,
that was.
I mean, I really wish I wasn't here, but compared to previous experiences,
I'm glad you made it. I'm glad you made it.
Right.
So Mercury is hovering over the next button, looking back at you questioningly.
might as well play it.
I'm glad you made it. Is Stefan with you?
Fuck, she's calling me by name. As I read out the
Stefan
words
would
to...
recognize it as Icarus's voice.
Yeah. Icarus, what a delight to see you here. Are you taking good care of House Rosa? They should as hell seem to be more hospitable to you.
You will find that we have won over most of the great houses. And I suspect
so.
we will win you over soon as well. Seeing as your Inquisitor is gone. Seeing as your Inquisitor is gone.
We shall see, Icarus. The Emperor has a way of favoring those who work, doing his work, to further his work. And to which I say, is there anything more you would like to say, or are you just here to gloat?
Be careful. There are many that know of your presence, including some that have a gripe with you. It seems you are holding one of their leaders captive.
Leaders, we hold no one captive.
That's not what I've heard.
You're insinuating something. Are you pulling some sort of game on me?
An incident on Blood McQueen. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I don't believe I do.
Very well.
Which I immediately close the box and turn to Somatri. Double all security, especially in the hold. Cloudboys are gonna try to pull something. If something happens, the device we have, the one harvested from Augustus Jax's neck, remove the plates, put them on the Cloudboys leader. If you think the ship is under siege, set him loose forward and ensure that they have front row views to him losing his head. Understood, Somatri?
Right away.
So with this, was this broadcast over normal Vox or?
Oh yeah, you all would have heard this. Everyone on the ship.
Okay, so Duskin's gonna go up to Stefan and say, "What is this prisoner? Want confirmation? Is there something? I want to know exactly what is happening."
Stefan looks at you if you're playing stupid. Have you forgotten who we have on board, Dustin?
No, I've not forgotten who we have on board.
Okay. So nothing should surprise you then.
Why does he care about that person?
It doesn't. But the Cloudboy does. The Cloudboys do. They
Why would he be in league?
information.
Why would he be in league with the Cloudboys?
Because he wants to fuck us over.
Bro Hereticus is not something that just wants to fuck people over.
Then I'm sorry, but your fantasies end here, Dustin.
You
At the end of
Think
the day,
I'm here-
Inquisitors are only humans. They will do whatever they can through any means to get one up on someone they hate. In which case, the target of their query is us. We've already changed our ship signature since we took the Cloudboy leader. Which means that they shouldn't be aware. If they do attack, it would mean that Icarus himself just showed his hand and indirectly admitted on trying to jeopardize us and working with the Cloudboys. Which would still make him untouchable. It was just a very nice way of, and polite way, might I add, of giving us the middle finger.
Don't mean sound or to be obtrusive, but not obtrusive, but listen. I is this Inquisitor. So intent on our destruction.
Because we go against his objective.
We know. Is that true? What is his objective? Do you know what it is?
I have a rough idea, yes. The question is, why aren't you aware of it? You were on the ship when he last visited us. He made his intentions plenty clear.
Yes. He was doing his duty as Inquisitor of the Ordo Hereticus.
He wants to take direct stewardship of Askellon, Dustin. Not doing his duty as an Inquisitor. He wants the entire sector sculpted in his image. Is that what the Hereticus is doing on a daily basis?
Let's just say our quote-unquote Inquisitor is not going to try to do the same thing.
Quite the opposite. He just wants to make sure there is a sector there to begin with. Other than that, nothing more.
And also, what is wrong with a sector that is loyal to the Emperor?
Loyal to the Emperor, Dustin. To Icarus. I shouldn't remind
You
someone
can't
from the
honestly
Ordo Hereticus about the Age of Strife.
It was a long time ago, and things have been put in place to prevent that.
Of sin. Let's just make sure that there aren't any more such incidents. Yes? Right now, the only ones in a position to do something is us. So,
Dude. What do you think the end game of this is?
if I was Icarus, I would look forward to removing us indirectly.
If I was Stefan, what would I do?
Right now, honestly, all we got to do is figure out what awaits us past the airlock door, and then face the music. At this moment, we played our hand, and we have to make the best out of it.
Because you know what this means? We actually act against Icarus. Because let's face it, the rest of the Imperium, we do not have an Inquisitor.
At least that he's aware of.
And will trust you, I will follow you, but you have to actually understand the consequences of what's going to happen. Not just for me, not just for you, but everyone.
Listen, I'm not a person that just survives. I thrive. Whatever opposition we will face, doesn't matter. We will, at the end of the day, we'll turn it in our favor, one way or another.
With that, there's something like that, and they'll back to what they're doing.
Okay. Any more messages, Jericho?
Let's slowly turn around. Nothing. That's it.
Okay. We'll go out the ship just for a little. Eyes on a swivel, everyone. And do make yourself appear as mean as possible. Someone who people wouldn't want to mess with, preferably.
Everyone, the hatch will open and you all start to walk out. And you can all roll a stealth test. The hangar is empty. It is airy and there's a creepy atmosphere. As soon as you walk out, you'll see these metal-plated walls and ceiling. Just a few lumen in the ceiling.
Sorry about that.
The hangar itself is well lit, but there is a sort of some a nice sort of corridor with stone floor right ahead.
Success with +8.
Cool.
Success
is how-
with 3.
This is just a stealth test for how you enter the station and what kind of entry you do. How you present yourselves. Are those the checks you're going with? Or?
Sam, do you want to re-roll that?
Cassius, do you wanna?
Let's see. Yeah,
Might I remind you, we have a spare chameleon cloak. If you want to take it, take it.
I'll take
Sorry.
the cloak.
You have whatever you're carrying, so. But
Yep.
go ahead and do your thing too, Cassius, if you have. Do your Cassius. Okay, I'll do it for you.
Fuck, fair monster.
That was meant to be.
Oof. Big oof.
Nope.
Cassius succeeds. So, Samuel, as you walk off the ramp, something happens that is a little bit clumsy and you make a lot of noise.
I put on this chameleon line cloak and it interferes with my trench coat. I realize that I'm bundled up a little bit too much, and I kind of whip it into the cloak, but as I do so, I realize that it's resonating with the cloak somehow, and it kind of ruffles, and I kind of shake it loose, and it bangs against the ramp just so that it trembles, and it makes like a high pitched sound. There's like a hard bit that bangs against it.
Nice. Get an inspiration point. And Sam will sort of be huddling after you, a few paces behind you, and as you look behind you, you hear this huge commotion. There's some static on the box in the hangar itself. There's an echo and this horrible screeching sound, sort of like you're putting two microphones together, creating this interference sound. It's just this horrible echo that keeps going. And you stay there for a while, sort of looking around, running around in the room, trying to figure out what's going on, contacting some Corpum. And while you're standing there, these two hosts, dressed in blue tops and pants, and with sort of preparing drinks and so on, will sort of just take cover, almost leaning down, running off away from you, and you'll be standing there for a little while. What do you want to do as a reaction to this?
I don't suppose everybody heard that, did they? I asked everybody else over the box.
I think everyone heard that.
Shit. I'm thinking that I should be a little bit more careful next time. Overlayering is definitely a problem.
Yeah, maybe next time, but
Look who
shit.
we have here. Look who we have here. A nice group of... I see.
Well,
Look who we
now
have
that
here.
I've announced our presence,
Look who we have here. A nice group of...
walk in there with a bang.
We have them. We have them, sir. We have them. Look who we have here. Look who we have here.
I'm just
We have
gonna
them.
come out there in the
Look who
open.
we have here. We have them
weapons in
now.
hand.
Look who we have here.
I'm gonna kind of
We have
take off
them,
my
sir.
first coat, fold
We
it up,
have them.
um,
We have them.
just leave it by the ramp, or I'm gonna leave it on.
You have our leader.
And
It's
I'm just
a
gonna
nice
come forth.
coat. Don't worry, I'll give it a good home.
You have what we want.
It's an
Oh,
antique.
come on,
I'd
dude.
rather
I'm
not-
joking. Come on.
Joke or not, that's a few generations old. I do have quite an attachment to it, but in any case, let's go on.
You have someone we want. You have someone we want.
And what do you call it? I'm just gonna make myself very visible and just go walking alongside him. Go, anyone else wanna commit suicide today?
It'd be best if we wouldn't lead back to the ship, but to each their own.
So, you're saying we should go back to the ship?
No. No, we have to face the music one way or another. It's just
Yeah.
me thinking it could have gotten better.
Yeah, it could have. Get your ass out here, because, we're gonna need some smooth talker.
Listen, I'm good, but I'm not that good. Something tells me that people we're about to meet ain't gonna do much listening.
Okay. That's good. Which point, Duskin looked across at Samuel and give a head nod to back up. Slowly, start making their way towards the ramp.
Alrighty.
So, really, Stefan, they can just blow us out of the frickin' sky.
No, but they might try to blow us in the hander. Anything can happen, really. Also, that exorcism cannon I gave you, perhaps you should have it, just in case.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's on the ship.
That's rough.
Let me
Okay.
just go and grab that.
What do you want to do? Time is running faster. What do you want to do?
Gonna try to place. I'm gonna stealthily go around through the hander, check entryways, both overt and covert. And on two of them, I would like to place a streamer each.
Okay. You're going back into the hangar?
Yeah, into where the ship is.
Are you headed to
One.
the ship or away from the ship?
I'm heading outside of the ship. I'm in the hangar where the ship is in. I'm basically trying to place two streamers on whichever entry point towards the ship, as in if people are gonna assault the ship, we'll at least get
Okay. You
a
succeeded.
notification.
Alright, what do you want to do now, Arvid? What happens now?
Meet with either a House Maimond or House Rabazun diplomat and see how things will
Where
go.
do you physically go? You're in a hangar, you're on the ship. Where do you all go? Just describe, like...
Okay, so
Do you want to
Duskin
stay on the
has-
ship? Who wants to go off the ship? Who wants to go on the ship? Let's just
that. Yeah, I get you.
do the summary, like... Stop
Oh,
looking at
get
other
it.
things! Jesus! I should do the fucking intro every time we play. Because if not, you're fucking not here. It's unbelievable.
I
Every
have
time
no
I
idea
don't
what
do
the
the
fuck's
intro,
going
you're-
on. None.
Yeah, I
I'm
totally
so
understand
clueless.
you, but every time I don't do the intro and say, hey, pay attention, people are just fucking looking at other things. Guys, where do you want to go? On the ship or off the ship?
Can we take like 5-minute pause and just... I need to ask some questions.
Absolutely.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
Okay.
let's do that.
We have
Christ, I
landed
to-
on this... Okay, boom.
Go ahead.
We have landed on this space station. We gave them a code, and as far as I understand, like, we have used this code before, they realize it's us, and this is a bad idea. We're in their hangar, and are they here? Are they, like, outside the door? Have explosions happened? For a moment there, I had to take a phone call just for a minute.
No explosions have happened. We've been notified by one of the navigator houses that they have become quite indisposed to our presence here, and they seem to consider us as oath breakers or that we haven't upheld one of their deals. An inquisitor, which we have bad relations with, has warned us that a gang we have fought against is aware of our meeting, of our presence being here, and that they might be interested in recovering their leader, who is on board of our ship.
Boss, is any of these navigators you just mentioned the one we actually met last session?
No,
My character is new to this group. Would he know who you're talking about?
I presume you'd be informed of all the factions here.
Also out of character, I don't know. I just didn't know if, like, Cassius would know.
Yeah, House Rosa is a navigator that you haven't met a lot. You met them on previous missions. Sort of you were in friendly grounds with them, but you didn't really communicate with them a lot. This mission, the group spent all their time on a planet fighting criminals, I guess, underground, and didn't visit several of the navigator houses that the Inquisitor had made deals with. House Rosa.
So
didn't get
it's
visited at all.
Is
the
that like
Inquisition
an
had.
offense thing?
So yeah, the Inquisitor made a deal with them. Hey, look out for us, do these things, and then none of the acolytes went there, and the Inquisitor died. So of course
Understood.
that entire deal with House Rosa was neglected. So that's why House Rosa is pissed. Amadeus Saley is a renegade house, doing their own corruptive things. You've sort of figured out that they're not friendly. House Maimon, you're a little bit skeptical of, but you're now a little bit closer with them thanks to Stefan.
My mom was the one last session.
Yeah, so
Yes.
Maimon is friendly, Brabazon is friendly, Amadeus Saley enemy, House Rosa is now also dubious.
Okay.
Rosa, Amadeus Saley bad, Brabazon, Maimon good.
There were a bunch of stealth rolls being made in the hangar. What are we doing?
That's for
You've
one
landed
way.
on a space station near the portal. On this space station, which we've been saying the whole mission, this is where the navigators meet before they fly into the portal. They're all
I know.
meeting here with their small cruisers, then they're gonna have a meeting, then they're gonna fly through the portal. That's the space station that you're on.
I know that.
Okay.
I'm wondering what our characters are doing with the stealth rolls. Are
That's
we,
how you're approaching the station, how you're going in. Yeah.
So far, there's still nothing in the hangar other than us.
Correct.
All right, got it.
Okay,
Do we have-
we'll put it this way: if you were going to somewhere that everyone is going to meet and no one is there, do you not feel a wee bit?
You're in a small hangar, in a ship that houses, or in a space station that houses tens of thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of people. Just to be clear.
They're not gonna set their meeting, their conference room to be our hangar.
No.
And last question: what technically are acolytes when their inquisitors are dead? Are we just baggage? Are we resources?
The Inquisitor
With
has
road.
probably been resurrected with some fucking crazy necromantic ritual.
Great.
He's alive, I
see.
guess.
We'll see whether or not it's the Inquisitor, but you know.
So are we?
Action.
Just to make it clear, are we making plans to disrupt and employ screamers and fight our way here, rather than hailing Dressrosa?
No, we are we're planting streamers around our hangar to, in case of the ship gets assaulted by unknown forces, for the ship to at least know, hey, we're about to get assaulted, we're leaving you here on the station, and figure out a way to rescue you, or for at least the ship not to be blown up.
Oh, shit,
While
that's right.
we will be on the station and resolve whatever we can with the navigator houses diplomatically.
Okay. And last question: you mentioned Cloudboys, that we had some prisoners. That the Cloudboy leader in the down left.
Yep.
Who the fuck is that? Is that like a gang leader dude?
We were informed that he may have had something to do with our Inquisitor's death. We were all very pissed that our Inquisitor died, so basically we lashed out the moment we heard he had any involvement.
I need to fill in some details.
Please do.
You cooperated with the obviously evil Inquisitor, bad Inquisitor who is not on your side, to get a tip for who might have killed the Inquisitor. Your Inquisitor. He told you that the Cloudboys leader killed him. He told you to go after them. You then attacked the Cloudboys, captured their leader, and took off.
Cassius is super happy with you guys.
Listen, man,
So-
I don't do metagaming. In this
No?
situation, my character would have left,
Um,
would have been suspicious.
obvious evil Inquisitor that told us this, was this Dressrosa?
This is
no.
this is yeah, we're doing the whole summary here. This is pretty much the whole story. Inquisitor Icarus is a rival to your Inquisitor Cassius.
Okay.
I
Icarus
just
is the one that
actually
told
want
us
to point
that
out that
Cloudboys.
Ordo Hereticus is not evil. This is all just
Yeah, that's what.
it's all self-perception.
I know, but that is what Morton said. So I know we're talking about
He-
the same
he
guy.
Yeah, but
stand as
Dustin
a-
has to stand up for Ordo already because he's one
Sure.
of them. So.
Point is,
Bottom.
it was Icarus that told us, "Hey, you, Cloudboys did it."
Yeah.
That's okay. Got it. Thank you.
100%.
And we haven't had any like falling outs or trading blows with Dressrosa. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
How's Rosa?
Yeah.
No.
So, okay then.
We had pretty good relationships with them up until now.
In this case, shit.
Yeah, so
Seems like
Cassius, you're dealing with a bad hand for things that happened earlier in the mission. I'm sorry. Like, it is what it is.
Cassius, looking at these guys going around scrambling with screamers and weapons and probably some explosives, and it's going to go to Sumakuri with a face of displeasure. Doesn't like interacting with him, but it has to be done.
Dude, that's the point. Recall you've been inserted into a mission you don't have the background to, and it's basically, okay, do this. You don't know what the fuck is going on.
Well,
I have a
and he does now,
specific-
and he got a briefing, and he kind
He,
of does.
he has a specific
it's the
briefing
same-
and what
it's-
he's allowed to do if he thinks it's needed to be done.
For sure.
Well, it's the same sort of thing that whenever I came in, it was established group, and I had absolutely no idea what was
True.
going on for about 3 or
Very
4
true.
missions.
Yeah, it's difficult as a new guy. All right.
You,
Is anyone up?
just let me
everyone
know
up
if
to
I'm
date to-
causing any problems for the group or anything.
No, you're not at all, Cassius. Is everyone
Oh,
up to
no,
date
no.
on what's happened? Should we continue?
More or less, yeah.
Are you ready to play? All right, let's go.
Hmm?
You're in the scene. You're in the brief.
Yeah. Cassius would walk up to Smoker with that look of disdain on his face. Is it possible to Voxhail Dressrosa?
I can try.
Smakri will go over to the Voxcaster and he will succeed. And he is going to establish a link with this ship that is orbiting the station. It is not currently docked. He just leaves the Voxcaster open for you to say something.
Is this like a recorded message and they will have it later, or is this
He tracked the recorded message, and there is a ship orbiting the portal.
what was the checking the notes. Alright, I'm just gonna ask, what's the name of our
You have a deal.
type?
You have a deal.
Acolytes under the Commando caster type requesting a meeting with the Dressrosa. God, I'm a little bit out of it. Those were the
Who
guys.
is this?
Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead. Did you drop out, Cassius?
I seems to have, because everything went quiet for a while.
Oh, no worries.
But
Yeah, I'm still there. I can hear you.
what's the last you could hear from me?
Nothing at all.
Fuck. None of it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I'll do that whole thing again.
Oh.
Cassius would go to Smakri and tell him to hail Dressrosa, because those were the guys outside. Well,
No, we got all of that. Yeah, you've hailed
Yeah,
the
okay.
house, so you have an open connection to them. So you're talking to them now.
Yeah. Acolytes under the Inquisitor Castor Typh requesting parley and meeting with Dressrosa. Basically. I don't know how to say it.
Why have you hailed us?
Okay,
We couldn't quite catch that.
Fuck. Hang on, I'll re...
No, not you. Fuck. Morten. We were referring to Morten's thing.
Oh! Yeah, no, I couldn't hear that
Let me
shit either.
Let me know if you
Yeah.
hear this, though.
Why are you hailing us?
No.
The beginning is too low. Sorry.
Yeah, can you... I
They
think
will
you
ask
can if
why
you
you're
speak
hailing
louder.
them. They are a routine surveillance ship. The Novator De Rosa is not on this vessel. He is on the Macklin.
Give me a moment, I have to figure out how to say this.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Why are you not?
It is delayed, but we want to make our presence now known. Fuck.
Your presence is noted.
Did you hear that?
Something opened.
Your presence is noted. I have no idea why my voice modulator is not working now. Or fucking up.
Maybe
That
it's
is
just
odd.
my worthless ears.
That's very odd. Did anyone else hear that?
Yeah, but it's
I could
rough.
hear-
Not
Okay, okay.
Yeah, it was a little bit
I'll
rough, I
recalibrate
understood.
this. Go ahead. Yeah, so we could just summarize what you say. Just what are you trying to accomplish, basically?
Basically, he knows what the situation is and how we might have slightly offended them by just basically ignoring them up till now. So he's going to say something in the style of, newly, we acknowledge we have slightly offended them because we haven't been, I don't know, paying respect to them. New leadership in the group, and wish to make reprimands.
Excellent. You go ahead and do a diplomacy test at -50.
Balls!
Or you can do a fucking, I don't know,
actually on the ship,
fellowship
so
test
I
at
can
charm test at -60.
-60, oh yeah, okay. I might roll a 1.
on the what they call ship, so I
Yeah.
can maybe assist.
That
For
would
sure,
be
for
really
sure,
helpful
yeah.
because I don't have anything called a diplomacy.
You don't have anything.
That's not a skill.
It's a trade.
It's a trade.
Oh, fuck.
Mhm.
Okay, do I just roll my shitty 30 fellowship -60?
No point. Well, you can
And
give it
hope
natural
that the
one.
sun...
Maybe a nat 1. Maybe a nat 1. Fish for nat 1, dude.
Yeah, roll for it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, if nothing else, we'll get the meaning across. Yeah, there you go.
The Novator is busy.
It's actually quite good.
Request denied.
Roll.
Very well. Said one in that number. Very well. He says, and gives Sumakri a sign to shut off the communication.
His hand will slowly hover over the switch and turn it off.
For the moment, let's not try to instigate any open warfare on the space station.
That sounds like a good idea.
Even though Sumakri agrees with him, Cassis is just taking several steps away, clearly disgusted.
Nice. Do you get any certain points?
No. Thank you, Ian. No. What is this about the Cloudboys?
Who are you talking to when you say that?
I mean, I assume everyone is in the bridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
General question. Sam does.
Called there.
Heretics. Overly funded ganders. A thorn in our side for quite some time.
Alive on our ship.
Ah, the leader.
What has interrogation gained?
Several knowledges regarding rogue traders.
Rogue traders.
Indeed. We were not able to capitalize on them, unfortunately.
Is knowledge about rogue traders prudent?
Could have been useful, yes.
Yeah.
Want to see him?
Might as well do.
Okay. Well, follow me. And he'll take him down to the medical bay. So, because obviously the Proud Boys leader is, laid out, and that's him. Not much. Once you strip him of all his finery and armor and whatever else.
Definitely. I'm gonna say he's on the medical slab. Didn't you guys perform a bunch of medical experiments on him?
Jesus.
If Doc had any time alone with him, you definitely did.
Fuck me! Didn't I move him in the...
Um,
Didn't I move him in the hold and told Sam specifically that he's the only one to be able to interact with him?
Yeah, he's in the hold. He's not in the
Okay.
medical bay, for
Yeah,
sure.
he was in the
I thought he was still in the medical bay. Sorry.
Because I
I get
was
confused.
so
There's so many.
afraid of Doc doing anything.
There's so many medical experiments going on this ship. Kind of lose track. But fair enough. He's in the holding cell. Alright. What do you do?
I'm assuming Cassius knows most of what we mentioned before during his
So-
own investigations.
So I'm gonna open the door and just
Yes.
have a jug of water and just go. Just hit him with this freezing cold water. Say, okay, he's awake.
It's gonna look the Cloudboy leader over. How's he looking right now?
Beaten up, scarred. He has a burn wound on his chest. Someone has shot him several times, in fact. It's just barely healed. He's missing part of his face. He's looking up at you with these hollow, floaty, clouded eyes. He looks half dead. He's being maintained by 2 medical servitors. As he lays there, sort of just groaning, he leans over.
You can speak.
I can't speak.
I didn't catch that.
He seems to blink and look around the room frantically.
Is he looking like, defeated, or is he... Does he like have a spark of life, like he's trying
He's
to
looking
survive?
like he's totally mentally gone. He's been here for weeks. He just looks... He has a ton of insanity. There's a ton of insanity points. He's like barely reacting to his environment.
Do we have anything that can, like, adrenaline or something that can give him a kick and wake up a bit?
Stim.
You have stim.
Would that work?
The party has done this so many times that they have a routine. Yeah, you just jab him with the stim.
Okay, then we'll do that.
As soon as you jab his arm, press a little button, you will hear a and he will sort of jump up. His shackles will rattle as he tries to roll off the table.
Easy there. You're not going anywhere yet.
Release me.
Might be your lucky day. Could happen. I'm new here, you see.
I know someone who can pay the ransom. Whatever you want.
Unfortunately, ransom isn't what I'm after.
You just start coughing and trying to roll off the table again.
You're struggling right now. I'd appreciate it if you didn't.
He'll just start coughing and trying to get away.
Hang on. He puts a hand on his forehead and pushes his thumb on the table. He takes up his spray injector and injects him with something in his face.
Interesting. What would be his reaction to this?
Sure, but the point of it is that he doesn't know what he's been injected with either.
Does it burn? Does it...
No. It would maybe make him a little bit more nervous and paranoid.
This room looks exactly like a dungeon. All the paintings have been removed, carpets, etc.
Basically, you know the scene in Punisher where he says he's gonna blow torches back off?
I've never played that.
It's a movie. He doesn't know what I'm doing to him. But, yeah. I sent you a whisper, I think.
Okay, I'll see the message now. Nice.
But it is mostly odorless and
Yeah,
intentionally has a slight chemical smell, actually.
for sure. Yeah, he'll start panicking, sort of clawing at his face.
Calm down now. Calm down. I'm still asking nicely.
Sort of coughing. Just kill me.
Is that what you truly want?
Look at me. I'm already half dead.
To say a little bit more than half dead, but I'm new here. I'm going to ask you a few questions. You might have been asked them before, but as mentioned, this is your lucky day. I might give you what you want. Or I can leave here and let your usual interrogators keep you for as long as they want.
That will be a long time.
Thank you, Duskin, if you're in the room. Oh, you are. Hello. Yes. So, first question. What exactly have they been asking you so far? What information have they gotten from you?
He'll spit out some blood. I've told you everything I know.
You haven't told me shit. What
I
have
don't know why
they
you're keeping
told
me here.
you? He's gonna poke his forehead with a finger, like jab him down to the table. What have they asked you?
Everything. My name, who I know, my contacts, what I did.
What did you do?
I'm just a smuggler. I'm a nobody. I lead a small outfit on Bloodmequin. Nothing the Inquisition would. Not you.
Yet here we are.
This isn't worth it. Whatever you're trying to accomplish.
If not us, then who?
The Arbiters. Just leave with
Sorry.
them. At least they have
Sorry,
proper
what?
presence.
You mentioned the Inquisition. Which part of it do you know of?
What you told me.
No,
Have you been?
didn't.
Hmm?
There was a man in armor. He told me everything.
Good. How long ago was this?
Days. Weeks.
Okay. How long ago before you found yourself in this lovely accommodation?
He closes his eyes again. Stop playing games with me. Just kill me.
Cassius takes up his shotgun, aims the barrel at his face, still with very neutral facial expression. I'm about to give you what you want, but I need information.
He is going to bite his teeth together and close his eyes.
Before you found yourself in recent company, how long ago was it that you met this man in armor?
I've lost track of time. It must have been weeks.
Did he show you any seal? No identification? How did you know?
He starts shaking his head violently. You told me you're from the Inquisition.
Was there any sort of iconography in the armor?
No.
What did... Sorry. And what exactly did this man in armor tell you?
He told me who you were. That you're gonna kill us.
And he's just gonna straighten up a little bit, not look back. Does goodness that's what you were going to do when you came to this lovely gentleman's hideout? Did you go there with the extermination in mind?
I'm sorry, I actually missed half of that. What do you call it? My cold voice. What do you call it? Cut out.
Yeah, basically, Cassius asked Cloudboy what the Mr. Inquisitor said. He said that we were coming there to kill them. So Cassius asks Deskin, is that what you guys had in mind when you got there?
Oh, frankly, if they were the ones that killed our Inquisitor, then yes, it was.
But I'm looking at you now. I'm not sure you have it in you to kill an Inquisitor.
As you laugh
No.
and start coughing and look at you with a very serious, grim expression. You're right. I wouldn't commit suicide. I already told you. We didn't kill him.
That man in armor might have
Quiet.
set you up.
Do you mean
Maybe.
you didn't kill him?
We were led to believe you did. We need to know where to find this man in armor. Do you have any leads, ideas,
No idea.
tips on anyone who could have an idea?
With the greatest respect, you leave me and the prisoner alone for 2
As
moments.
you say that, he will look up at you and stutter. Shim Shao. Rogue Trader. On Blood McWin.
Do we know who that
He
is?
set us up. And he sort of loses consciousness, falls back on the slab, exhausted.
Deskin, I know you can probably get information out of him, but
Good, but he's too weak.
yeah, for now, let's do it my way. Out of character, do we know? Have you heard the name Shim Shao before? Can I
Yep.
roll? Okay.
Tabby is on the ball. He
Yep,
left
Shim
rogue
Shao
somewhere.
is a we've asked about him. He's a road trader known for smuggling basically anything for a price. He deals with quite influential people, and that was basically all that we have managed to gather on Blood McQueen before something happened.
Alright, that's good. Random lore question. Is there some technology that can get like a visual imprint of the man he saw?
Psychers
Like-
would be able to peer into his mind. That's about it.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's actually very good. And as far as
With this, what I call Duskin is going to take a step back and you visibly shaken.
he's going to straighten up, seeing that he needs to ask a few more questions, but he realizes that Deskin is not looking so good. Is there a problem here?
Cloudboys leader is sleeping. So it's up to you two. You're in a damp, cold, dark room. Unless you want to leave the interrogation room.
No, what I call it, make sure he is secured. He's not to go anywhere and he is not to die.
Medical servitors will begin.
Yes, I'm assuming you're telling the servitors.
Hmm.
What has gotten you shaken during this little talk with the Cloudboy here?
Nothing.
Is it anything mission important?
Oh, we need to speak to Stefan.
I agree. I'm assuming he's still in the bridge.
Yes, indeed. And weapons. Armor up. Just in case.
Yep. And Cassius is going to go back to the bridge.
Yes. Smacker and Jericho will sort of sitting resigned, waiting for you. It's been quite a while, and there's some small talk going back and forth with Sam, Stefan, and Jericho.
So, I have a few questions.
Oh, great. Please make it short.
How long have you had the Cloudboy, I think he called himself, leader, in your brig?
Let me check my notes. Approximately 2 weeks and 1 day.
I talked with him for 5 minutes and I got some intel out of him. What have you been doing?
What did you get?
Well, I know that he was set up. They had very likely nothing to do with the attack on Typhon? Typh.
Yes,
Yes,
the
Typh.
Mhm.
And that he's met an Inquisitor before you, who specifically told him that you guys were coming to kill them all.
Is that all?
I reiterate, what have you been doing
There's,
with him?
there's more. Please, carry on.
Yes. Regardless, he know of the rogue trader that could have more information pertinent to this and pertinent to who it may be that he spoke with. That aside, you have some talents with the unseen, do you not?
No.
Do you believe that we had done nothing over this past 2 weeks? With this fresh face in front of him, he'd be more than willing to lie, be deceitful, I mean, anything in order to get out. Do you think that those words are the first it's the first time that that one has uttered those words? Preposterous.
And so by this, we're not going to do anything with this new information then?
New information is... Your new information is quite old. There was no way we could pursue any further the lead he gave us, so I decided to go directly to the source.
They're but the cries of a desperate man, and believe me, with what we had done to him, those were all that he could offer you.
Very good, understood. But for one moment, disillude yourself from this notion that I don't know what the fuck I'm doing before you keep talking to me.
Oh, my apologies.
Well, more so Trenchcoat. Last night, I think it was, we rooted around inside my mind. Can you do the same for him?
What makes you think that we had not? We use more persuasive methods at the cost of his sanity. And unlike with you, we did push forth, not caring about the mental scars that we inflicted upon him.
Unlike me, you weren't there, motherfucker.
You get an inspiration point, Sam.
Now, can you root around inside his mind?
What's left of it? There's no use, nor time. Already got everything out of him, and trust me, Sam here, when he says he's done, he's done.
Then who did he meet with before you guys came in there and started shooting the place up?
Using Arkham's razor, most likely Inquisitor Icarus of the Ordos Hereticus.
In person?
Indeed. If you think Inquisitors don't do their investigations in person, then you're sadly mistaken.
Once again, you're assuming things about my understanding of this world. I'd appreciate it if you'd stopped.
It's kinda hard since it's so blatant on your face.
Funny guy. He saw the person he was talking with. Do we have means of projecting this image?
No, we possess no person with psychic capabilities, nor persons that are knowledgeable in said discipline.
Understood.
Okay, enough. I actually brought him here. Sorry, minutes. Sorry, excuse me.
Either way,
All good.
I brought him here to actually speak what he thought. He has done. He's done well, in my views. I know that what he called nothing is going to be done against this gentleman, and quite frankly, I am disgusted by it. This man needs to be burnt. It is, but stood.
Sorry, you're cutting
And-
out very hard for me.
No,
Yep,
it's
I'm
fine,
saying
Dusky,
what he
it's
called-
fine. You're not cutting out for me. So.
Hang on, but
I don't know if anyone else is.
good.
No, it's fine.
Stood. He has called out what he believes. That, I believe, makes a good acolyte.
He is a criminal. He is broken and he is useless. Only reason he is alive is because he's an
I'm
important
not
piece of walking
talking
evidence.
about the goddamn Cloudboy piece of crap. Asked him to come down to assess him, and he assessed him well.
Get an inspiration point, Dusky.
And
His capabilities, Cassius's, have not been put in under question. We are all aware that he has gone through some basic trainings. This is the only thing that has been proven here.
he has brought fresh eyes to this.
if I may ask a simple question, what do you do with a suspect when he has no more information to give you?
You used him as proof.
If he is of no value to you,
Yes.
why is this man still alive if you think you have gotten everything?
Very well. Have you confirmed the suspicions that Icarus has met with him?
I think we have a two birds. I think we have a two groks in one hand situation here. We don't
Yes.
have a psyker capable of peering into his mind, and we are quite late in a courtesy call with the Rosa. Maybe they have what we need.
Let me tell you something, Cassius.
Please do.
House Rosa is known to be quite zealous. They despise everything criminal, although some of their soldiers partake in some activities. It matters not. The importance here lies in the head of House Rosa. They're quite zealous. Now, they've associated themselves with Icarus. What would happen if we were to prove to them a witness that Icarus himself partakes in illegal activities, while we ourselves have done everything in our power to dismantle corruption
Are
within Blood McQueen on the planet which they reside, keep in mind.
powerful.
We just need a face with the man he was talking to. We don't need to tell them anything more than that, do we?
House Rosa, you mean?
This
Well,
man,
half a
has been-
face in that one's case.
well, this man has been talking with someone who is very likely. Excuse me. Who is very likely having a hand in the fate of Inquisitor Castor Typh. I think
Tell
Rosa would be
tell them
very
what-
interested in this.
Tell them what he said.
Sorry?
Tell them what he said. Is he dead? Is he potentially not dead? Is he?
I'm a little bit lost as to who you mean.
Makes no difference.
At the point, guesses. Your input is valuable. Your pair of fresh eyes has enlightened me in some way or another, as it seems, as Stefan seems to pay lip service to whatever Dustin has said afterwards. You do prove that you have some capabilities. However, this further inquiry shall prove nothing more. I'll be honest with you. We're gonna use him to repair our relationship with House Rosa. That is my plan, proceeding forward. And that is why I need him alive.
That is what I said, 2 groks in one hand. You can repair relations and get valuable information.
Indeed.
Yes,
And
Rosa
we are
has-
in the one place where all navigator houses will meet. Even if the navigators do not meet here in person, people they trust, such as representatives that look to further their novators' interest, lie here. This is the closest thing to a direct call we could get.
They have resources we don't. And unless our tech priests can literally root around inside a brain to get a visual image, I'm thinking that's an avenue worth checking out.
Indeed.
Do with it as you will. And, if I had stepped on any toes by doing this, well, take my apology for what it's worth. I'm merely here to assess so far.
Question, Tave. What do your screamers do?
In case they're basically equivalent of the reverse of a strammer. They have a perception of 70. If somebody goes into their vision, they would have to stealthily. They would have to pass an opposed stealth check, and if they spot someone, they would obviously scream. Or if capable, send a message to a pre-established voice that I scream.
What's the opposed test?
Stealth versus scrutiny.
How much?
70 target for screamers.
Okay. Cool. You're gonna hear a loud screaming noise.
Looks like the welcome party is here.
Yeah. The fuck?
I've played some security measures outside. Whatever the case, we cannot afford to leave this station without meeting the Novators.
Very good.
So, gentlemen, we're drawn out of this ship. Whatever we see there, they might be friendly or hostile. Either way, you should be prepared. The way you all
Give
look,
us the.
I say you are.
Give us. Give us.
As I invite you all
Give us.
to the door.
Give
The
us.
transparency on the outside. Jericho,
Give us.
lower it just a bit.
Right, the hangar door will, or the ramp will open up a little bit.
I send out the aspect servo stop.
They will hover out and sort of make a map of the hangar. You can see two large blast doors. You have been shut inside. There's no way out. There's also pillars at a reception area. This looks like a VIP reception area as well. And there are many people outside, hiding behind various pillars and walls and so on. The scanner will just see them, and if you approach, they will see you as well. For now, your servo skull is hidden.
I relay the information to all the other electrolytes. There are several people outside. They are trying to stay hidden. I don't need to explain further, do I?
Very good.
We cannot afford to leave this station, not without meeting the Novators representatives.
True.
Jericho, can you support us while being stationed here with the ship's guns?
He sort of wakes up in his seat a little bit, still holding his drink. Support you how?
Ship has guns, doesn't it?
Nothing is operational. We're locked down.
Yes. Any way to bypass it? I look at Somatri.
Try. He's gonna turn around and Samakri will make a couple of attempts.
Okay, so Tavi, could you repeat that again? I'm getting real interference on
There are.
my bead.
We're locked on. We're locked in the hangar bay. Blast doors are down. There are individuals outside of the ship trying to stay hidden in cover.
Success! Samakri will unlock at least
Yeah.
the side gun pointing to the hangar.
So the what would that be? The auto cannons?
One out.
The shittier one. The shittiest one. Well, pretty good in that case.
Sorry, you said the shittiest gun? You talking to me or?
That was out of character.
That
What do
was
you do,
all of
guys?
that. Just
How about we go out and meet them?
face the music.
If it comes to that.
Either way, I would suggest you stand behind cover when the door drops.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what I'm hearing is Stefan first, then we close the door.
No, we're gonna go through them one way or another.
Are they
I'm
currently
only joking.
in the hangar in the hangar bay or outside it?
In the
So-
hangar with us, we're locked in with them.
All
We're
right then.
mostly in the reception area, sort of opposed to the hangar.
Okay, well, what the hell are we actually sitting here waiting for? Let's go and introduce ourselves.
This might still be a diplomatic meeting. I too would greet newcomers like this if they had not the best circumstantial rumors about them.
Sometimes
Why don't-
circumstance requires for ballistic diplomacy.
Oh,
So, just
Why
out of
do you-
curiosity, Stefan, you prefer this? He holds up the lasgun, or this? Holds up the.
Exorcism.
Yeah.
Grab that exorcism.
Okie dokie. Well, shall we go and say hello?
Cassius will go to the ship hangar door, or ramp, or whatever it is. But before going out there, he's going to turn on, activate his chameleon cloak, which blends him in with the environment behind. And
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
Before anyone actually wants to go out, do they want a chameleon cloak?
Sam already put one on. Everyone has one.
Yeah, I put one on.
Also,
Right.
Sam, Stefan taps you on the shoulder and points at your neck. At your rosarius.
I tuck it in.
and Cassius will put down a machine still inside the ship near the ramp. It's a stummer. If there's anyone with him there, he's going to ask them to turn this off 10 seconds after you turn it on. Since it only has a reach within 5 meters, it's likely that no one outside will be within the range, only him, and when he goes down the ramp, making no sounds as he do so.
And
Okay.
as Duskin is sitting there getting ready to go down the ramp, Stefan is standing beside him. You'll actually notice that his right hand is sitting shaking.
Stefan starts an incense burner on his hip. Thick smoke with lumen electricity begins to cover him.
Awesome.
Cassius is Cassius is going to turn on his stummer and go outside. Stealth outside, obviously, being all chameleon-lined and silent.
Awesome. Do a what? Do a -30 stealth test.
Okie dokes.
That's a plus.
Million.
Yeah, that is plus 60, minus 30. Is that
Yeah.
how I'm supposed to do it?
Chameleon line plus Strammer.
Plus sunskin. Skin.
Ah, and it's the skin as well.
Yeah, he has, with the stummer on, within the range of the stummer, it's a plus 60. Then with a minus
You
30.
are practically invisible
Yep.
as you slither down the ramp. Nobody can see shit. You walk down right past a man hiding underneath the ramp. He has a lasgun, and as the ramp sort of keeps lowering as you walk out, he will just slowly jog away from the ship. He keeps pointing his gun back to the ramp, and every time you're worried that he's gonna shoot you, but it happens too quickly. And by the time he runs off, you're already down the ramp. It seems like they're just anticipating someone to walk down, but they literally cannot see you. You are in a bright open hangar. There are several large lights in the ceiling, and further straight ahead from where you're standing, you can see metal plates turning to stone tiles, and a beautiful lobby area with like a reception, chandeliers, and so on, where you see a man in a black vest with a rebreather, sort of a gas mask looking thing, black buzz cut hair.
Assuming I haven't seen him before. Do they have any insignias or...
Do a Forbidden Lore Criminal Underworld -10.
criminal cartels?
Yeah. Great. This is a Cloudboy member. He's all geared up.
A Clubway?
Cloudboys.
A Cloudboy, ah. Well,
If only we had heard of their leader or anything.
that surely would suck for us.
What reason they could have to be here?
How many people are here in the hangar right now?
You just see one. One guy.
I mean,
Straight out.
plus the guy that moved away from the ramp.
Mm-hmm.
Is like the ramp guy sort of in like an ambush position where he's supposed to shoot us in the... Could shoot us in the back if we just walk down
More
it.
like a side position.
Okay. So there's that guy and the side position guy. No one else in here.
In fact,
There we can see.
I'm still building a map for you here. Let me plot you into this map here.
One
Might
quick...
make it easier for you.
Yes.
There.
At this point, Sam's still on the ship. As the ramp lowered, I would have been zoomed in on my scope, waiting for that brightness to hit, and then I'm going to peer out, looking for anybody who might be out there. And as I do, I come across a person's head. I'm going to just keep my scope trained on that, but not fire yet.
And Duskin would be racing to the, we call it the actual room, the sort of common room type thing, and what do you call it, sitting there going, where the hell did I put this damn thing? Oh yeah, hit what he called a bit of the lower casing. Then pull that out and pull what he called the plasma rifle out. Look at both of them and go, I'll take you.
The other guy in the hangar that avoided the ramp, does he have a rebreather?
It looks like it.
Or a gas mask or anything like that? Ah, fuck. I want to put any like gas canisters, any gas grenades, anything.
They get increasingly
If-
likely to spot you the more time you spend there, by the way. I'm counting the rounds as we're playing.
Oh no, I said I wanted to go find a good advantage point to hide.
Move your token. You can see your token on the map.
I can
This-
now. Sorry.
We're in real time. Bottom middle. This is happening in real time. I'm counting
Could
rounds
I-
as if we're playing. And I'm doing
Is-
tests to spot.
Is this the other guy?
Yep. I'm doing tests to spot
Okay.
you. Do something.
I want to do spot check for any gas weapons. I'm having the idea that they're about going to gas us.
Goddamn, they keep filling the chests. Yeah, you move freely.
As what I called, Sam is what I called gonna race back to what I call check seals and whatever else. Duskin is going to take up the gunner's seat.
Whoever is on the ship, on the ramp, if you don't
Mhm.
have proper stealth, you are going to be spotted. There's no way to hide on the ramp.
I'm hiding, or I'm halfway exposed between the wall and the ramp.
Got
I'm
it.
still aboard the ship.
Yeah, I'm also
trying to
trying
conceal
to
myself the
stay on
best
the other
possible.
side of a wall.
Alright, you're partially concealed. Go ahead and do a -40 stealth test, both of you.
Time to party it up like it's Series Madness all over again. Oh god, I love those diplomatic missions.
All you'll hear is coming from
Oh my God.
the ship is as the keeps spinning up and not firing, targeting and
Cassius doesn't spot any like gas canisters or bombs or anything like that, does he? Yet.
Nothing at all. No. Just you and the guy. You can hear him breathing through the mask. Just
Yeah.
waiting for someone to come out.
Very good. In that case, just want to ask, is there just open space or is there like boxes, containers and such here?
No, just open space. Everything that is blacked out is hardcover. Everything that is like a black surface but you can see through is a light cover.
Is there like pipes or gas lines or anything on the walls to hang from or climb on or something like that?
You could try. There are occasional pipes and stuff like that.
Hey, how feasible does it look? I mean, he's good at it, he's not
I'm gonna give you a
Spider-Man.
-30 athletics test.
Oh, that's very bare. Could
If you want to move somewhere meaningful.
I
If you
can-
just want to climb up like 1 meter, that's
Basic-
fine.
No, I wanna go like this. Hang on, I'm trying to show it. I am semi-invisible,
Don't move
so
your
this could
token
work.
unless
just
you're moving.
help.
Don't move your token unless you're moving
I'm not.
there. Okay.
I'm not moving the token. I'm just. This is just a green line to show you.
Yep.
You can see the arrow, right?
Mhm.
I'm thinking of moving like this. Since I'm invisible, it could work. It's risky. Is there any like something to climb on top of the wall? So if I'm higher up and go out here, it would be less
How's
likely for them to spot me. I'm
-30
thinking.
athletics.
So I can get up there, high up.
Yep.
Where just 1 meter isn't helpful.
To maintain your stealth and move that way, then it's... Yeah. By the way, describe your actions visually. What are you doing? Make it exciting. Make it fun. So, what's going on, guys? What do you want to do? By the way, the people on the ship, you've been spotted. A few of the Cloudboys members will sort of immediately, as soon as they see you, crouch, pull out their weapons, point in your direction. And one of the members will walk out, hands raised, is not currently holding a weapon.
2 degrees of success, by the way, on the stealth. I don't know. if
Yeah,
this is-
failure on my end.
All good. all
so Duskin
Hey.
is
good. Got it.
sorry, Duskin is on the gunner's seat and he's gonna go just keep powering up the weapon, just then let it go and
I'm waiting.
turn it up again as the guy comes walking towards.
You have someone we want.
This is essentially a if you back around, you're dead.
Matthews Revimount. We want an audience.
Can't.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
No.
He's asking for an audience with your leader. As he approaches.
Stefan would say
Sorry,
behind cover.
Can
That's
you not hear me?
no, we could hear you. We couldn't hear Martin.
Sorry.
Behind cover, Stefan would say, "That's far enough. You can stop there. Hello, Mr. Unarmed. I'm Mr. Armed."
You're going to hear just whispered very silently, far away from these guys. Just whispered under his breath 2 words over the micro bead, I think it's called. Probably for this part. Cloudboys.
You're surrounded.
Gas masks.
You're surrounded. You're surrounded. You're surrounded.
And as
We want
they
the
have their
cargo.
attention here, I am moving. I'm stealthing. I can't move my
You are surrounded.
Mr. Unarmed, I must say that you keep on taking a step forward. That does not show your willingness to negotiate. Are you perhaps interested in us for some particular reason?
The second you walk over there, Cassius, you're going corners, and they're gonna have a surprise round on you.
But they spot you.
Yep. One of them is going to fire.
Can I use inspiration to reroll stealth?
Nope. This is the stealth that you ran with. It is very good, but they have a lot of gear, high-tech gear to spot heat maps and hiding people.
I also have a sin skin, so much of that just cannot spot me.
Prey Sense does not get a bonus against him.
Nor
Yep.
dark vision.
They are too many, and they rolled a lot of times. And
No,
eventually got-
no. It's not that they don't have bonuses. I'm invisible to that.
Yeah, they eventually got a nat
I
one, so it
literally
doesn't
didn't
matter.
show up.
It doesn't matter.
They
A
got
nat
a nat
one in
one.
this game is like a miracle.
Oh.
It wouldn't,
Yeah, you got
it
fucked.
wouldn't matter. Like everyone in the room rolled against you. All right. It is still their turn, even though it's a surprise round. So you do have your dodges, so that's a good thing. And you can go ahead and roll for dodge.
I just wanna ask, what do I see? Wait, they haven't rolled attack. What do I?
One guy pops around
Did
the
he hit
corner,
me?
and he's gonna fire at you.
Okay. I only roll dodge if they score a hit, don't I?
Is
Roll
before.
them once.
Yeah.
Okay.
Generally, it's best to use them as fast as possible.
Oof. Big oof. Guy comes around the corner, pulls out a huge fucking melta weapon. He just it looks like a fucking Ghostbuster gun. He leans it on his hip, and it starts to charge up, and you see it start sort of going, and then the fucking thing explodes, and you see just smoke billowing out of it. He is going to yell shit and drop the weapon and pop behind him.
Did it just overhit? Fuck!
I rolled a nat 100.
Is that not an explosion?
And it's gonna shoot you, and this is not as good. Go. Do you have step aside?
Yes, I do.
Okay, roll
But
dodge.
he also has a minus 30 to
Roll
hit.
dodge. Describe your actions, and you get an inspiration point.
Is he shooting me last weapon or Melta
Doesn't
again?
matter.
I just wanted to describe it in a cool way.
Cool. It's the last one.
Alright. So he sees the refraction, the red refraction beam of a last weapon, and this way as he immediately dodges to the side, trying to get out of the hangar of death, or Welcome Infinity of Death, I guess.
Cool. And that's a success. 2 degrees. Is that right? Or
I think so.
okay,
I didn't add any modifier, am I supposed to?
all good. Then he's going to fire at your feet, and you just see this huge black mark under your feet, smoke billowing out. And finally, 1/3 guy is going to shoot you. This guy's holding a plasma weapon.
Plasma weapon?
He rolled a nat 1.
Okay.
If
Jeez.
I shit you
Wait.
not, I can take a fucking picture.
Two nat ones.
I'll take a fucking picture of
Okay.
my desk right now.
That's so
that means
scary.
it's not a left leg.
That's not
Lovely, lovely.
That's sad. That's sad.
Impossible.
That is a bad attack.
Yeah, I don't believe that you hit him unless it was the left leg.
12 energy, 3 penetration. To the head.
Okay.
Do you know how to do this, Cassius? So you take your armor and toughness. And
Does penetration go through toughness or just armor?
just armor.
No.
Okay.
So your armor is 2 on your head.
Yeah.
And your toughness is 3, that's a total of 5.
Mm-hmm.
And the armor negates, or the penetration negates the armor. So then it's just
Yeah.
the rest.
I take 9 wounds.
Alright. He's going to fire again, or it's an auto fire. Second shot is also going to hit your head. This is a 8, 3 penetration.
Okay.
So
I got
that's
double tapped with a plasma weapon in the head.
that's a 3 damage to you. No, you were at 2, right?
Yeah.
Then that means you're at -1, not -3. Yeah. And that is a simple energy effect. Let's see. Energy critical. Arm, body, head. A grazing blow to the head disorients the target. He suffers a -10 penalty to all tests, except toughness, for 1 round. Not that bad.
Okay.
And 1 shot is going to hit your chest.
I thought it was last shot 2 shots
Did
ago.
someone delete what I just actually drew on the...
Nope.
That's going to be 8 energy damage, 3 penetration.
Okay. What do I do?
That means that it is 8 minus or 3 damage. You're at -4. And that is to the chest. So did you write down the first effect? Or
Don't.
the second effect is the energy ripples all over the character, scorching his body with horrid 3rd-degree burns. The target suffers 1d10 levels of fatigue and can only take a half action on next turn. Do you want me to roll the d10 or should you?
Okay.
Ready? You have 7 fatigue. And your total fatigue is
9.
Willpower plus toughness.
yeah, 9.
Yeah, but I also have my outcast background, so I have +2.
Nice. So if your fatigue goes above your threshold, you die. If it is
I thought you
Correct.
fell unconscious.
You don't want
Well,
crunches,
that's-
yeah. Yeah, if your fatigue goes above your threshold, you're unconscious for 1 day, 3 hours, I think. And if it goes double your threshold, you're dead from exhaustion.
right.
Okay.
If you have more fatigue points than any of your characteristic bonus, that characteristic is now half. Counts as half.
But yeah, that's the other thing.
So your fatigue now is higher than all of your characteristics. That means that all of your
Sure.
characteristics now count as half. Alrighty, let's just write that down or somewhere or something like that. And that's a surprise round. The man negotiating is still holding his hands up Does anyone want to do anything? Surprise round is over.
I'd like to shoot the man.
You would like to shoot the man? It is technically.
I would like to shoot the man.
You would like to shoot. But it's your turn.
He's unarmed, and I haven't broken the Geneva Convention by now. Coming from behind cover, Stefan will pull out his Xenos hand cannon. Take aim and fire.
Surprise round is over. That is noted, and everyone can roll initiative.
Oh shit, fuck. Yeah, I need to roll initiative by that time. First, before taking my turn.
And if you don't know how to do that, Cassius, it is in your character sheet next to.
It says agility or custom.
Agility, unless you have a special ability. Yeah.
10.
Man, Sam, dices haven't been kind to you.
Tell me about it.
What is the thing called acolytes? Is that
Where the hell is mine?
let me look you guys on the map. I forgot to reveal the tokens. So you're gonna be on the ship, I take it.
Yep.
But I'm
On
gonna
the
place-
ship and what do you call it? Using a gun.
Place your tokens here.
But I thought I was inside the ship behind cover.
My bad. Double.
Alright, okay. There we go.
Hey, yo, what the
So
fuck is
big.
that Cloudboy doing here? Get back into the hold.
My dude, Duskin is here. Don't worry.
You said you wanted him out, and he's out.
Yeah. You should take him fucking hostage here and say, help me with this, we're gonna talk. Right.
Fine.
Oh,
He still has the collar around his neck, right?
Who's acolytes? What's that?
But the folder?
There's a token called acolytes. Okay, if no one knows, I'm just gonna.
I think it's
but yeah.
one of your own tokens, just I don't see it.
Ah,
I see the folder called acolytes, but
there we go.
Yeah, so bad news, I rolled 8.
That's the bad news.
So
Okay,
everyone everyone gets to shoot you before I do. But I got another cannon, so, you know, it works well.
I think that's everyone. Stefan, how fitting, you're first.
if he's here, then he's here. I will pull out in a, holding a gun behind his head, the Cloudboy leader, saying, "If you keep shooting my compatriot, I'm afraid that your boss here will have a ventilation shot through the back of his skull."
We're willing to negotiate. Don't shoot.
Oh, well, we
We're willing
speak
to negotiate.
with our words and not with our lead.
Well, we're willing to.
That's all you have time to say? Like, one round? That's 6 seconds.
That's
That's pretty much it.
7 seconds. Yeah, there's nothing more I can say.
Cool. Alrighty. Then we are going to continue next week.
Yep.
And it is their turn. That's it. Everybody gets 300 XP. great RP, and good that we got finally summarized the story as well. So
Oh, bro, I can't wait to tell him something.
I can't wait to tell you a lot of things. Good game. Same time next week. Hopefully more people.